doing another Xbox 360 collection video here today. I'm gonna probably start hammering out some collections again here. I got a couple more games in this one I've sold, but Bloodstone I don't think was in the last one, but GoldenEye Reloaded is also gone. But you've probably seen most of these outside of a few. But anyway, first one here is Fear 2 Project Origin. That's definitely mold. This came from Video Game Trading Post in South Shore Mall. You do not use the point man in this one. You're using another dude. What's the guy's name here? Special Forces Sergeant Michael Beckett. Is involved again. I like the Fear games. I've not played the third one yet. It always goes on sale. At least on the Xbox store. I'm always like, I'm going to pick it up, and I don't. But it always goes on sale. Maybe eventually I do. I think you play as the point man in that one again, and his twin, whatever his brother's name is, or whatever the fuck. But these games are great shooters. They move fast. They have the slow down time, like Max Payne and all those other games that do it now. They have that. The shooting's just good. It's fast paced. It's creepy. Like, it's legitimately creepy in parts. Like, some of the places, the environments are pretty creepy. I'm pretty sure you go into a school in this one. But it's just fun. They're cool games. I don't know. And they're still fun to play now. Like, they just have a very good flow to them. And the gameplay just holds up. Eternal Sonata. It is in the 360. I got this one from Antiques and Geeks in town here. It was $4. Obviously, it's just the game in a generic GameStop case, but GameStop looking to buy eBay. That's going to be interesting if that works. But anyway, we'll talk about that maybe another time. This is a game I originally had on the PS3. This was originally an Xbox 360 exclusive, and then it ended up being just a timed exclusive. It came to the PS3. It's where I first played it. Really a graphically nice looking game. I think your character's dying, and the other characters you come across are dying. I think as they start to die, they like develop powers, and a lot of it's like Frederick Chopin. I think is one of your party members, and I think it might be other known musicians, musical geniuses of the time. It's not a turn-based. It's like a kind of the combat's kind of like a Tales game. You're running in there, wailing on people. You get different powers and shit. Like I said, it's really nice looking. I don't think I ever completed it back then, but I did start playing it again somewhat recently. This is the dual pack of Indiana Jones, the original Adventures Lego game, and Kung Fu Panda. I picked this up at a garage sale for I think $1 because I wanted Lego Indiana Jones. I love Lego Indiana Jones. I have not played this one, but a funny story. When I first got this, I'd gotten it on PS3. I forget when it came out. Does it tell you here? 2008. I couldn't find it anywhere. I looked in. The GameStops didn't have it. Electronics Boutique, I think they might have still been around. Game Crazy didn't have it. I'm trying to remember where I actually got it from. I ended up getting it from Best Buy. Toys R Us was still floating around. They didn't have it. I think Circuit City was still there. I could be wrong though. I just remember having a hard time finding it. I'm like, why is this game so hard to find? Eventually I did get it. Lego games, you're gonna love them, I think. If you just, they're fun games in general. They're just pretty much laid back games. You're taking around. Unlock new characters who have different abilities that you go back to levels. It's got replayability. Doing stuff you couldn't do. But if you like the franchise the game is on, you're gonna like it a lot more. Like, I love the indie ones, the Star Wars ones. Lord of the Rings one was awesome. The Hobbit one was really good. See, the Pirates of the Caribbean one I liked, but I'm not super into Pirates of the Caribbean. So I liked it, but I didn't like it enough to just want to keep going back to the levels and getting all the red bricks and the mini kits and the other bullshit that I think's kind of gone away from it. I can't remember. Because it's got more like an open world now. That last Star Wars one, the Skywalker Saga, was very like open. Like, it was actually straight up, you could like go wherever the fuck you wanted and shit, different planets and stuff. I don't know which was the last one they made for Lego, honestly, but I really love this one. This one I haven't played. LA Noire. Is this a 3-disc or 2? This is a 3-disc game on the 360. It was only 1 disc. I'm pretty sure it's just 1 disc on the PS3. Because the PS3 had Blu-ray discs. Their games were on Blu-ray discs. These were still on, I think, DVD. They would have had to have been on DVDs. I don't think they would have been held. Fantastic game. He stars Cole Phelps here. Aaron Stanton is the guy who played him. He was in Mad Men. He was Kenny Cosgrove in Mad Men. I think he was in The Ruins, the movie called The Ruins. He was in a couple things here and there. You start off as like a beat cop and you work your way up. You're doing cases. This game at the time, like the facial animated, and there's a lot of other known people. Not like, they're known, but they're not like famous. But you'll recognize them. You'd be like, oh yeah, that person's from Children of the Corn. That person's another person from Mad Men. Rich Somner is his name. He was in Summer of '84 too. But you'll notice other people. So you're like, oh shit. But it's a cool story. Bit of a downer of an ending. Like you go to detective, then you're on Vice. Then all of a sudden there's like they've set you up. Well, they don't set you up, but somebody's following you. You're cheating on your wife. It's a big scandal. You get beat. You get knocked down to arson cop, which are actually really cool missions. There's like on-foot stuff where you're chasing people, good music in the game, but you have to read people's faces when you question them. So you got to know what they say. You got to find all the evidence so you can you're like, oh, you'll see this is a meme, right? X to whatever it is, like X to freaking not believe or whatever. Yeah, you're lying and shit. If you get it wrong, you fuck it up, you know. It's a little bit of a trial and error if you're like one of those people. It's like, no, I'm not satisfied with this result. But it's a really cool fucking game, man. Searching around the crime scene and stuff. And then you get into like a car chase or an on-foot chase and stuff. And then you're doing the interrogations, the interviews and shit like that. It's just a really fucking cool game. I think there's a lot of problems when this game was made, like serious time crunches and shit. And they never attempted another one because Team Bondi made it. Rockstar published it. Speaking of Rockstar, GTA 5, is this a 2-disc game? No, it's got an install disc and a play disc. This one's got the map in there. It's GTA 5. Everybody knows it. It's been out fucking... When did this come out? 2013. It's still going. Just like Skyrim that came out in 2011. It's still coming out on consoles. So people still play the... they really supported the online stuff. I did not play any online stuff. You use Trevor, Franklin, and Michael in this one. And then when you choose different one... I think certain missions are only specific to the players. I think you can do other missions everybody. There's heist stuff in there too, which is really cool. But... looks great. You're in... where is it again? What is it called? Los Santos. It's like LA and shit. And you can. It's a pretty big map. I'm trying to think of like what the one place was called. San Andreas, I think, is the LA part. That was the game when they made San Andreas. I think that's like the LA part. It's GTA, it's goofy, it has that goofy humor. The only one that didn't really have the goofy humor, it still had it, but it was more serious, was GTA 4. In my opinion, I need to go back and play that. Somebody pick that up because GTA 4 is a fucking fantastic game. I almost feel like GTA 4 kind of gets a little forgotten. I mean, that's also because this one's been going for 50 years. So, whenever 6 comes out, 27, 28, 20, whenever the new consoles are coming out, that's when the next GTA will officially come out. They're waiting, I think. They're probably getting info from the developer, Microsoft, Sony. They're probably like, listen, hold off till 28. Our new console's going to be out. You can do the dual release. But it's a really cool game. You can choose whoever you want. And then you choose like Trevor, and he's on the beach, fucking in his underwear, being weird. They're always doing something. Spoilers here, you can turn on each other at the end. I did not do that because it made no fucking sense to do that. But it's GTA 5. Halo Reach did a couple gameplays of this. Fantastic game, honestly. Where is... That's too far down. I don't want to go there much, but... use Noble Team here, right? Yeah, you're using... Your dude doesn't talk, but you're all Spartans, and this is a prequel to the original Halo. This one, the Covenant Glass, the planet of Reach. So it's not your real first. It's not your first contact with the Covenant, but at that point. But it's cool how they get introduced. Like your team's there talking to these people, and they don't like the Spartans in the military and shit. And all of a sudden, there's a cloaked elite, and he like stabs one of the civilians, and it's sick. Great soundtrack in here as always. What are the dudes' names? They're probably in here. It's like Michael something. I don't know if there was only the one guy at a point. They don't have the credits in here. Looks like they do not. Okay then. Did they used to put credits in this shit? It's actually a nice manual. You forget about manuals. It's the relic of the past. All the characters are pretty good. I forget their names. I think George is one. June is one, maybe. Is that his name? Kat, she gets sniped. Spoilers. She gets like almost the shittiest deaths out of all of them. You're just like in a cutscene, and a jackal sniper just takes her out. Like, it's shocking. It's the most shocking of all of them, but it's kind of like almost like, oh yeah, she didn't go out in a fight, but hey, that's how it goes, right? For some people, they don't. The one guy I think is George. He crashes the one Covenant ship into another, which I think ended up being worthless. The other guy, I forget his name, takes out like a bunch of elites until they run him through. Your character fights off as many as you can until you die. The one guy, the leader, I forget how he goes. I think he kind of sacrifices himself too, but it's a really cool game. It's classic fucking Halo. Last one made by Bungie. Combat's great, looks great. It's just fun. It was cool playing as other people. Master Chief has a cameo at the way end, spoilers. They're like, we gotta get him to where he's gonna turn the tide, and he's in like a sleeping pod or whatever. Because he's like the shit. I don't know. I think these guys might have been Spartan 2s, right? What's his name? Is Spartan 3? I don't know the lore. John Halo. John is a... Is he 117? Is that how he's Spartan? Is he 117? Do I remember that right? Is he Spartan 3, right? I don't know. The latest and greatest. Call of Duty World at War. Good disc rattle. I got this one at the church thrift store. $3. I think they were having like actually it wasn't there, like I say, but they were hosting it, but it was like outside of the church. This is back in Iceland, New York. They had their own thrift store. And then they would sometimes, I guess, have more people come. It's like a very mini flea market. Pretty sure that's where I got this. I have another couple games floating around. I forget where I put them. But I had like Test Drive Unlimited or something that I got there as well. It's Call of Duty. This one's pretty good. This takes it back to World War II. This was the first one by Treyarch, I believe. Taking it way back. I don't even know who makes them anymore. It was Infinity Ward and Treyarch. Swapping, bouncing back and forth, and then Sledgehammer or other freaking people. I don't know who makes them anymore. Call of Duty solid shooter. There's a couple of Assassin's Creeds. 3 and Black Flag. These two are connected because, what is his name in this one? Connor's in this one. This is Edward. His grandfather, Hatham, is the father of Connor. This one takes place during the Revolutionary War. This one takes place in the Caribbean, 1715, so it's a little before this. 40 years before. No, sorry, 60. Yes. 60. This one you got all famous pirates in there. This one you got historical figures from the time. Revolution of George Washington, John Adams, Samuel Adams, Thomas Jefferson. All of them. I don't know if Tom Paine's in this. He might be. John Hancock, I believe, is in this. I'm pretty sure. I cannot remember it. I like this one. This one got kind of a flack when it came out because it was buggy. I'm pretty sure this game was like bugged out when it first came out. Like that. Even back then. The problem was, and they took a break, I think, between this one and this one. Did they not? This came out in 2013. Was this one 2011? No, this is 2012. When did they take the break? They actually gave it a year, and then the quality ramped up, and then it kind of teetered out again over time. But in the beginning, between the first and the second one, there was a 2-year gap, and then they started, I think, coming out every year. I love this one. This is my favorite one, honestly. They said you're going around using the ship in this one and stuff. A lot of ship combat and hunting via the ship. And then you're going to the other towns, you're doing the classic traversal stuff. Same thing. They're a little more opening, but not to the extent of Origins or Odyssey. Or, I'd assume, Valhalla and Shadows is the last one. I've not played that one, or Valhalla. They're fun. The combat's fun, pretty fun in these games. Kind of just, I don't know, they're fun games. This one did have a little bit of ship-based stuff, but it was kind of just like side stuff, I believe. Obviously, this one is all about the ship stuff. I like the Assassin's Creed, some more than others. Here's one of the games I picked up at the garage sale. I did pop this in and played like 15 minutes of it. I didn't realize you can use the Japanese and the Americans in this one. So you use both sides. It starts off you tagging Pearl Harbor if you use the Japanese. But this is like Battle Stations Midway. And there's other ones too that they put out. There's a decent amount of shooters. You use apparently, obviously planes, we use destroyers in this one as well. And stuff. I think that was Midway's because I played some of Midway and I remember using like the cannons and the guns on the destroyers. Before I played, if it was alright, I'm trying to sell it, but figured I'd throw it in this. FIFA Street. I got this at a garage sale. I don't think I ever played it. It was like $1. But they did make a FIFA Street. I would assume it's arcadey, like, maybe I'll pop this in now that I'm getting a little into the football and soccer. That's messy. I was going to say, is that messy? It says it right on his shirt. But yeah, I got to try this at some point. I assume it's like the NFL and NBA Street games. The other garage I'll pick up, Civil War, Nation Divided History Channel. I want to check this one out too. It's a first-person shooter, obviously during the Civil War. Fight as a Confederate or Union soldier in 12 of America's most legendary battles. I haven't thrown this one in yet. I would assume it works. The disc is in pretty good shape. If anyone's played this, let me know how it is. Harry Potter, the Half-Blood Prince. I did a gameplay of this. I like this game, honestly. This one I got in Florida. Because I was looking to buy this, but it was cheaper in GameStop, and they actually had it in the Lake Wales one. So I grabbed that, and the next game I'll show that I got there as well. I did a gameplay of this. It's funny, too, because I stopped the gameplay, and literally, like, 10 minutes later, it was the end of the game. Like, I finished it. This game was very, it was cool. It takes place, obviously, it's based on the Half-Blood Prince, so you're playing through that shit. There was, like, some different missions, but a lot of it was you're flying on a broom, going through this bullshit. Then you're getting into a duel with somebody, and then you're doing potions. This game, the big thing was potions, and it was pretty fun. How you had to get the ingredients, use the thumbsticks to spin the shit in the cauldron, put the right ingredients in. It actually worked really well. The combat was pretty fun, too. Honestly, it's not like I think Hogwarts Legacy has better combat, but it was pretty good, honestly. It's the kind of game you play, you complete, and you never go back to. Not to say it's bad, but it doesn't, you're not like, I had my fun. Kind of like some movies. You watch them once, and you're like, that's good enough. But second game I got from there, I have not played it yet, Dragon Age 2. This is 5. I picked it up because it's $5. I was like, screw it, I'll get it. This one I know, I'm pretty sure takes place in like a certain area. The first one was, I love the first Dragon Age, man. I had that on PS3. That game was sick. And I never played this one. People said it was alright, but not as good as the first. A lot of people just say the first one was the best. I played some of Inquisition as well. And there's a new one now, right? Or maybe it came out a couple years ago. I don't know what it's called. People, I think, hated it. I can't remember. I cannot even remember what it's called. But I have Inquisition on the Xbox One, but I only played it for like maybe half an hour. Maybe I'll get around to playing this one time. Dead Space 3. I like Dead Space 3. It's not as good as the first two. But it did some different stuff. There's like little side quests in this. You'd go to like derelict ships in space. Of course, it'd be, what do they call them? Necromorphs? Or some shit. But you'd have to go on there and find something or whatever. It's kind of cool. You get your little thing, go all over the place and shit. The first level is in like a snow level. I think the DLC to this has like the moon is a giant necromorph and it like eats the earth. I could be completely off. Combat's cool in this. You got to take off the limbs of the enemies to take them out pretty much, and you get cool weapons in this game. The plasma cutter's still like the best one, the starting weapon. But a lot of other cool weapons in this. You're back as Isaac Clarke. That's a cool game. It's not as good as the first two, but it's solid. Fable 3. There's a new Fable coming out, right? I think I got this at a garage sale at some point. I originally played this from Gamefly. I liked it. I've only played a little bit of the original on the original Xbox, and then I played some of it when they did the Anniversary Edition for 360. The second one's awesome. This one's solid. The second one's awesome. This one, like the ending played because like the end of the world's coming. And like however much money you've accumulated over the course of the game would determine how many of the populace would live. I think I had a decent amount in there, but I got to a point where I didn't realize. I was like, oh, I'm going to just do this, and then I'm going to accumulate some more money. And then all of a sudden it was endgame scenario. I was like, fuck. But it was still pretty good combat and stuff, and it's kind of goofy, these games. I don't know. I liked it. I can't remember a ton of it, but it's been a while since I played it. Final Fantasy 13-2. This is actually only on one disc, but it has 2 manuals. I assume one's in English and one's in Spanish. Or is it even 3 now? So they'll do French as well. I don't know unless the French and the Spanish are in the same manual. I never completed this one. This one you're bouncing around into groups. I'm pretty sure that when I did play some of it on the PS3. I really like 13. I need to get 13 again. A lot of people shit on that. I like a lot of games people shit on. Not that they said it was a pile of shit, but I should say I'm usually on the side of people that like these games where it's like people are torn. They either hate it or they love it. But I didn't play a ton of this one. That's kind of cool though. Is that Lightning again? Did she turn into like a god at the end of the 13? I can't remember. Because the third one's called Lightning Returns, which I'd never played. Stuntman Ignition. I've talked about this a ton. I love this game. I love the original Stuntman. These are love it or hate it games because they're going to piss you off. It's very trial and error. It's like a Tony Hawk. But even worse. Tony Hawk, you're trying to do a certain goal. You screwed up. I'm going to restart. This one, you're trying to get a scene perfect because a certain amount of strikes and you're screwed. The director's yelling at you. The thing's over. But then you want to, once you start to get it down pat, you want to keep doing it to get the perfect score. You're playing knockoff satirical movies of actual movies. Like Night Avengers, the Batman type movie. And stuff. And I can't remember the other ones in here. I think A Whoopin' and a Hollerin' 2 is in this one. Just like a Dukes of Hazzard type thing. A sequel to the one from the first time, man. Is Live Twice for Tomorrow in this one? Or is that in the first one? There's like a Bond one. There's like one that's based on like a kind of 70s action movie, cop movie, and set in San Francisco. But you're gonna get pissed off at this game because you're gonna be doing the mission, you're gonna be ripping it up, and then you shit the bed at the end, and you want that perfect score, you know. And then you get to see a trailer of the movie with cutscene with your gameplay put into it. It's Stuntman, it's classic. Vin Diesel Wheelman. I got this for garage sale for $1 back in Islip. I played a good amount of this. I'm gonna go back to it. It's pretty cool. It's like a GTA light. You're playing Vin Diesel, and it has like car-to-car jumping combat mechanics, like in Pursuit Force for the PSP. And so you hop on a car, you jump out. You're doing car missions, you're doing on-foot stuff. Are you in Madrid or Barcelona? Where are you? Barcelona. Yes. A map. Huh. It was pretty cool from when I played it. Like I said, it's kind of GTA like, but it was decent. I played a decent amount, and then I just stopped. Metal Gear Solid Rising. Metal Gear Rising Revengeance. Metal Gear Solid, Metal Gear Rising. This was made with Platinum Games. So you're using Raiden again here from 2. I think he pops up in 4 as well. But this is totally a hack and slash game. It's over the top crazy. Like Bayonetta and shit. And it's got a little bit of the crazy Metal Gear crap in it too. I don't know how much. I don't even think Kojima had anything to do with this one. I don't know. Maybe he was a consultant. Trying to speed it up a little bit here. Splinter Cell Conviction. Really cool game. I like this one a lot. It had a cool HUD to it. It might have been the first game that did it this way. I know other games do it now. Where it's showing you what to do, but it's on the screen. Like it'll be in big black letters or something. In the environment. Be like, take this guy out or some shit. Tail him or whatever. It's pretty brutal in parts of the casino where you bash into his head into freaking urinals and shit. Eventually you end up in the White House. Someone's trying to take out the president or some shit. But like this, like interrogate for answers and stuff, you'd see that on the screen. Never played the multiplayer mode. I like that one because it wasn't as strict as the earlier ones where if like you fucking just farted, my friend would joke, if you farted, this mission's over, Fisher. Here's a double agent where you play as Fisher. And you're double agent, I think you end up in jail in this one at some point. I didn't play a ton of it. Here's the other Halo. Halo 3 ODST. Love ODST. It's different game because you're an orbital drop shock trooper in the year 2552. It was this new Mombasa. So you're fighting on Earth, the Covenant, but you're not a super soldier. So it's a little more like, oh shit, these things are gonna fuck me up. You know? The hunters are like, oh man, here we go. And stuff. And it also has a little bit of a kind of eerie vibe to it. The streets are empty and stuff. You know, you're kind of sometimes you're just walking around for a little bit, taking all in the atmosphere, and all of a sudden Covenant appear and shit. And you use your character, but you also play missions as the other characters in your group. Because I think his name was Buck in this, played by Nathan Fillion. And in 5 Guardians, he has now taken the serum to become a Spartan. He couldn't help himself. He wanted to be a cool guy. Condemned Criminal Origins. Hell of a game. Creepy as fuck. This is made by a now defunct company, Monolith, who also made the Fear games. Right? Yep. They make creepy shit. This game's creepy as hell. I like it better than the second. I do like the second, but it gets into the mystical powers type shit. You almost have like a shout ability. In the second one. They kind of allude towards it in the first, but the first you're just Ethan Thomas, that's his name. FBI agent. You're tracking serial killers, it's cool. You have a little bit of like forensics type shit you're doing in levels. They expand upon that more in the second one. But you get your gun taken in the beginning. It's a lot of hand-to-hand combat. And you find out, and I'm pretty sure in the second one, you don't find out in the first one, there's like these things put around town that are emitting a sound that's making like the homeless and derelicts and stuff go nuts. It's like in their ear. You find a lot of people like that. You're pulling rebar, pipes off the wall. It's not a hand-to-hand. You get guns from time to time, but they're not. It's just legitimately creepy. It's a creepy atmosphere. You're going through like office buildings and the subway system and stuff. And the enemies are pretty smart in this, actually. They'll try to flank you, they'll come around, they'll run and hide when they're taking a beating, and they'll kind of surprise you. The end fight takes place in just a house. It's creepy as fuck, like you're just in a regular house, getting chased. Fucking underrated game, in my opinion. It's fucking awesome. Check it out. And the second one's good, too. The second one has the bear. The rabid bear in the cabin part, which is sick. And that one, too, the mayor gets her head cut off. There's, like, you're going after the mystical cult type shit. And then there's also, like, a serial killer beheading the fucking mayor. And fucking shit's happening. Last game, the only Bond game I have left on the 360, Quantum of Solace. I think I did a gameplay on this. This has Daniel Craig in it. I'm pretty sure it's the voice as well as the likeness. He is in Bloodstone as well. And Reloaded. Maybe he isn't I think he's the voice in this one. You're gonna play through the movie here. It's pretty solid. It's a serviceable first-person shooter. It's pretty solid. It's not spectacular, but it's a nice little game. Another kind of game, although I've played more of this to get some achievements. It's a nice little playthrough, though. But yeah, it's the 360 collection again. I think I'm going to be going through my collections again here over the next 2 months. And start with 360.